Joining me now is a senior advocate of the Supreme Court and former Rajya Sabha MP, Mr. Mahesh Jethmalani. Mr. Jethmalani, thank you so much for speaking to NDTV. Of course, this puja, it was supposed to be seen as a puja, but it has generated a controversy with a lot of opposition. In fact, the opposition saying that it is sending some kind of an uncomfortable message. And the point being made by the opposition parties, Mr. Jethmalani, is that should custodians of constitution meet politicians in such manner?
No, these meetings means what? A prime minister comes on an invitation to do a Ganesh Aarti and take the deity's blessings, right? And then goes away. It's just taking blessings and nothing more than that. And there's no detailed conversation. It's a courtesy call and a religious occasion. What is to be read into that? What are the optics on that unless you have jaundiced spectacles?
So you are of the opinion that there is nothing wrong in this optics. So let me take that argument which is being made by opposition, the criticism, a little ahead. It says that independence of any institution shall not be only theoretical but visible as well. So in terms of optics, the opposition parties are of the view, Mr. Jethmalani, that this is bad optics.
Well, again, I said it's their view. They may think it's bad optics, but the optics being that there's a wrong messaging going on in the mind of people, right? It's in the mind of people like them. The public at large would not view this with any disfavor. And nobody is that naive or gullible to believe that a courtesy visit for receiving blessings, divine blessings, right, is going to in any manner, right, in any way influence one or the other of the two parties involved in that courtesy call. Nobody is going to believe that, right? The men who man our institutions are not that brittle. Perhaps the opposition and those who are the carping critics of this event, right, are of that mindset. Perhaps they are judging this whole event by their own yardstick.
So if you are saying that, opposition perhaps is being a compulsive contrarian, Mr. Jethmalani, but when has it been, in the past particularly, that members of judiciary and politicians have interacted on occasions like these?
Many times. I have no doubt at weddings, at other functions, maybe on Diwali, at iftar parties. We know that for sure. What is wrong? There is no prohibition. You are suddenly bringing up a question of propriety and optics, right? There's nothing wrong with it. Nobody complained. I mean, the loudest screamer today, the shrillest voice today, is Indira Jaisingh in 2009 when the iftar party happened, right? And not only the then Chief Justice of India, but more judges were present at that iftar party. She was the ASG at that time. There was a question of propriety. She was an officer of the court. I never heard these loud, shrill voices come. She suddenly found a voice. Strange.
So do you see this as a needless controversy? Or would you say that it is really, perhaps okay to have this kind of public image?
I don't think, I think it's completely innocuous. It's a storm in the teacup. It's a mountain out of a molehill made by people who are bereft of any better issues, right? It doesn't impinge on the separation of powers at all. It doesn't undermine that concept at all, right? The messaging is not wrong, according to me. It doesn't put any suspicion in people's minds, except those who are lousy thinkers. According to me, it's innocuous. There is nothing wrong with it. It hasn't been complained about in the past. And listen, it is better to have your relationships out in the open than to indulge in skullduggery and secrecy and subvert the judiciary in private. That is far more suspicious.
All right, Mahesh Jethmalani there sharing his views on what is now being called by, legal eagles of India, a needless controversy which has started with that visit of the Prime Minister to Chief Justice of India's residence last evening.